You're going to lose your mind when you see it. It won't lay flat. Scenes, double pages of lions and tigers and bears. Today, I'm sharing everything I've been working on for the past week. I also got a delivery yesterday, and you know you're going to get a sneak peek into that. And then I thought we would do something a little bit differently, and I'll get into the reasons behind that in a little bit. I want to do some painting today using gouache. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Tara. If you're not new, welcome back. I'm very new to adult coloring, but I'm not new to art. I've been an artist for almost 30 years. I'll put some images on the screen if this is the first time we're hanging out together so you can kind of see my vibe. There are timestamps below if you want to skip around. So let's get straight into it. Can I share something with you? I've not done any coloring in any coloring books this week. There's a lot of backstory with that we'll get into during the painting portion of today's video. I considered not even filming today because of that. So I hope you understand and forgive me for not coloring. I also think a big part of that is because I didn't do my live stream on Tuesday because I had a work meeting. So this coming week, I will be here on Tuesday for our live stream, 2 p.m. Eastern. So what I want to share with you is everything that I have been working on artistic-wise this week. First up, we have my little square sketchbook. This is my Paul Rubens hot press sketchbook, and I love this flipping book. This is the one that I take out when I'm going plein air painting. So you would have already seen these and that one last week and that one. This is still one of my favorites. So I went to this, it's right near my house. So I live in Indiana, and this I don't even know what it's called. It's not abandoned because somebody owns the place, but I believe I've been there in the past. I don't really remember because it would have been like 20 years ago. And they had tours here. It almost looks like a movie set, and it's so pretty. So I parked there. I kind of pulled in sideways into the driveway that was like gated shut and set my stuff up, just hoping I wouldn't get arrested. Tom's like, you're not going to get arrested. So first I painted this barn. It was so beautiful this day. This is located on a trail that's in the town that I live in that Tom and I have never been to before. And it's really, really nice. And we said the next time we go, we're going to bring our bikes. So this was done in watercolor. Then I came back over the top with just a little bit of gouache. So I just created a new watercolor palette. That video at the time of filming this is not yet edited or out, but it is coming. And I do want to share that palette with you in just a little bit. One of the things I really love to do is to start with an underpainting of watercolor and only in a few select places come over the top. So you could see so much of this is still just watercolor, but then I came over the top just to add some depth because that's the way my brain rolls. I'm very happy with the overall vibe. I did not film this because I was so worried the way that I was parked illegally that I wouldn't be able to grab all my shit that quick and get out of there. I did film other things, so we're going to get to that in a second. Then this is the same location. I just scooted down, and this is almost all watercolor. I also started out, I don't know if the camera is picking it up, and I did a line drawing with my new fountain pens, and I don't know if you can see it. I love using this pen and ink, and I got yellow ink, so it's so awesome. I wanted to just keep this watercolor, but when I got home, I realized I spelled jamboree wrong. I don't even know how that happened, except I was really in the vibe, having so much fun, but then also nervous. And there was a lot of people on the trail this day. I was set up on the trail and across the street from this gorgeous day. And there was like a school with 50 kids that came running or riding their bikes. I can't remember which. I think they were riding bikes past me. There were runners. There were so many people and everybody was talking to me, which I love. But I was a little bit apprehensive because of the way I was parked. So I did come back over the top and do a little bit of gouache, just a little bit here and there. I had to go over the sign because I spelled it wrong. And I really don't like this tree. This is the way the tree was shaped, but I'm just not a fan of the way I rendered it. I think I could have done a much better job. The other thing is I really loved the scene standing. So standing, it was awesome. But when I sat down, this fence covered a lot. So I was using my artistic license to lower the fence. And I feel like it just threw the perspective off. But I'm really enjoying combining watercolor, gouache, and pen and ink. And also not taking these sketchbooks like they're so precious. Meaning, if I'm going to be afraid to do anything in here, I'm going to be afraid to do anything, right? So instead, I'm going to go out and just have fun. The other thing is, I love doing the little vignettes, but then I thought, let me just fill the page and see how that feels. And it felt really good. I really enjoyed it. So then I grabbed was this gouache? No, this was gouache. I don't remember which I grabbed, but I did film this. So I'm going to insert that here. I'm at McCormick's Creek State Park. I wanted to go back to the place where I did the paintings of those old barns, but I'm parking on somebody else's property and I was pretty nervous about that. So instead I decided, let me just come out to McCormick's Creek State Park. It's gorgeous out. It is beautiful. Wow, do you see that glorious light? So, I'm getting blinded. I can't see anything. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to set up. I was charging my microphone and I flipping forgot to bring it. So you will have to forgive me for that. But I do have some awesome surprises to share with you. Tom did teach me how to fold up this daggone stool, but it takes so much effort. I just don't even bother. So I've got, I've got my new water bottle holder. It also holds my phone, so I don't have to worry about never having water. I have got my sketching go bag. This is my favorite tool. Walking around with my viewfinder. So, and I can hear the falls. I did put some tick spray on, but not everywhere, mostly just on my legs. So I'm going to kind of look around. Let me show you my view. So there's a shelter right there. Oh, it's chilly. I'm freezing. It feels great. So let's go out here to the edge. Oh, I have a feeling this is where we're going to paint because it sounds magnificent. When I'm walking around with my stool and my paints and everything so easily, I am so portable. I can literally set up anywhere and paint. Friends, I think we're going to have to paint here. It sounds amazing. I don't know if it's picking up the sounds of the falls. Oh, I love that sound. There was a tornado here a few years ago, and a lot of the trails were closed, but it looks like they redid this. Wow. It's so pretty. There's not a lot of light down there right now. It's kind of dark. Let's see. Let's go down here a little bit. Oh, you know what I forgot? Good grief. The tripod. That's what I'm going to set you up on. Let's go back and get it. I am going to put more tick spray on as well. I have the tripod mount on this camera that I use when I'm filming at home. And the tripod I have is my Manfrotto with a different attachment. So you bet your ass when I get home later, I am buying multiple adapters because right now that adapter is on my pochade box. It's not going to do me any good here. So I'm not going to be able to film the same way in which I thought I was going to. I'm going to figure something out because I definitely want to share what I've been doing. Friends, I'm going to figure this out eventually, or maybe not, because my personality is just scattered. I'm going to try to get a little bit closer to the water. Maybe even go down there because painting rocks is just glorious. I do have a meeting for work in about an hour and 10 minutes. I'm 20 minutes from my house. I do have my tablet with me so that I can get in the meeting if I have to, if I'm not home. So I am going to set a timer for, I'm going to give myself half an hour. Oh, wow. Okay, friends, do you see that? Oh, it's so beautiful. They definitely fixed this. Look, this is new. Wow. That is so pretty. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get down there from this direction. Well, looks like I'm going up. Oh, I love rocks. I wanted to paint down there by the falls, but it's so dark. If we don't have a nice variety of values, the painting's not going to be very interesting. I also realized I had my white balance totally off. So it might have looked super blue. So I've set a timer for 30 minutes. I have my sketchboard and I love version 1.5. This is version 1.5 and look at this gorgeous fabric. The magnets are completely hidden. So I'm going to draw with this fountain pen that I got, and I have waterproof yellow ink inside of there. So let me start getting it. Let me get it started. And again, this is what I'm drawing. So this is a very, very messed up looking sketch. I just want to show you it definitely does not have to be perfect. And let me get you down here. I even screwed up the line here. So I wanted to bring it up. So it's going to be up here rather instead of here, but I'm going to paint over this anyway. And I'm really liking challenging myself using ink I can't erase so that I have to think quicker. Let's see, how long did that take me? It took me about 7 minutes, so that's way too long. I've sprayed my paints down and put some water. I do have my 2 brushes attached, and I don't want to tip it upside down because I have my water on here, but these brushes are magnetized, and these are some of my favorite brushes. They are from Emma Lefebvre. I have got a size 8 round and a size 8 flat. So I am going to start with the flat brush because that's how I roll. I want to lay in thick color. I do have my gouache. This is my dried gouache palette. There is already a video up about this. You definitely want to check that out. So I got to hurry, friends. I'm running out of time. So I'm using my custom green color with lots of water. And what I'm doing is putting in my darkest darks from what I see. See, maybe a little bit over here. And you see why I'm not worried that I have drawn this so messed up? Because we're able to just erase with gouache. That's why I love it. I do have my wristband on. I'm going to go into my custom purple color. So, darker thing. This drawing is definitely not perfect. And it doesn't have to be. I'm going to do the roof to differentiate the roofs. I've got it. There's some kids nearby. I think I'm going to grab a little bit of that yellow just to brighten this up a bit and start laying in these colors that I'm seeing. This is going to have to be super fast because I am really running out of time. But it's studies like this, because I can come and I can finish it at home. I did take some pictures, but it's studies like this that are going to help to teach about what you see, to train your eye to see better. Super messy. I need kind of like a brown color. Let's go in with this gold ochre. Oh, that's nice. Just for some like darker undertones. Get that building in. We can have bleeds right now. Maybe I'll even use this for some of the window reflection. Let's do a nice wash of this for the road. So it'll have like a brighter undertone. And then for the grass, grab a little bit of that cyan. If this is closer, I am totally in my happy place painting. Now for that sign over there, I'm going to grab a little bit. Put that on. There is this fence. Remember, right now, all we're doing is blocking in color. I mean, large values. We are not trying to do a lot of detail now. We need to keep this part of it super loose. Oops, I went right into that painting. See, it's fine. This is my sketchbook. I can do that. This is a very, very loose first layer, and I'm loving it. This is a little bit too dark here, so I'm going to just lift. Just to get, I'm really wanting to get like the idea of there being shadows. Oh, that looks wonderful. Blot a little bit here. There's so many kids right there. They're having fun. They're getting ready to go on a hike. You see how we can move that paint around? And right now, this is just very, very loose. I'm using the gouache almost like watercolor, but my timer is going to go off soon and I've got to go. Very happy with this first bit here of light. I am going to lift just a little bit here. See how I can move that pigment? Because that's a bright spot. And same thing with right here. I do have a wonderful brush coming that's going to really help me with this. I want to make this a little bit darker inside there and right here. Because this over here is some of my darkest darkest areas. Down here. Now I'm also sitting right in the sun. Feels nice because I was cold. Okay, that's a great first layer. For time, I'm at 2 minutes. 2 minutes left. So, to recap, there is my awesome painting. I am going to take this off. Wow, Tom has shifted where this goes, and it's awesome. And look at this flipping great board. Where are you at here? Look at this with my brushes attached. I love it, friends. I love it. And there was my view for today. I will finish this at home. I've really been enjoying going outside and painting. It's definitely one of my favorite things to do. And the new sketchboard is a game changer. Version 1.5. No, this is 2.0. This is version 1.5, Tom says, and it is so enjoyable. Super fast to set up. I loved having my brushes attached. It was so flipping awesome. More to come with that. Tom is still working so hard out there. And if I can remember, I'm going to insert a clip here just kind of showing what he's been up to.
All right, there's a vacuum hold down system. I got it so I can route the edges. Let's try it out. I got a couple samples already. I do have to move it one time just to get that little section where the vacuum hose is, but much better than clamping everything and moving it multiple times. But it just, right now, it's already caught.
Wow, that is way better.
Yeah, so what I actually did, this is the round over, just to ease the edge. So once I template it, I sand it, round it over. This is the back. This will get the fabric and the magnets. And we'll just rotate. Make sure I got the back down, it's clean. And go to the next one. This is really gonna help me move these along. More to come.
So that's what I worked on this week in my little square Paul Rubens sketchbook. Next up, we have a new sketchbook. I just started this. This is the Etcher sketchbook. It's the same size as the Paul Rubens. Is it? I think the paper is the same size. I say that, but now it doesn't look like they are the same size. They are not. Are they? I think they are. I almost need a ruler. If Tom's busy, otherwise he'd probably measure them for me. They look like they're about the same size. So this Etcher one, this is the Hot Press 6x6. It's 220 GSM paper. I believe this Paul Rubens is 300 GSM, and I didn't save it in here. So if I'm feeling the paper in here, yeah, the Paul Rubens is thicker. It's definitely thicker. And I love the Paul Rubens, but I had already bought this, so I wanted to give it a whirl. So what I did first, I got this idea from several other artists on YouTube just saying, if you lose this, to get a hold of me. I don't know how I would lose this because it's in my house or with me where I go. but just my information so that you can send it back to me. These are the colors that are in my Portable Painter Classic, because I've been working on this in my house and using this. I have so many different palettes. I have so many videos coming your way of how I'm setting up all of these different palettes. You're going to lose your mind when you see it, friends, because it's so awesome. Oh, the other thing is I already shot a video of my dried gouache. Have you seen that video? You guys told me you loved it. Well, friends, don't be mad at me. I've already switched out a couple of the colors. So I have, and I'm going to share this in a second, I've removed the zinc white. I decided I don't need zinc white most of the time, and I just didn't want to use high precious real estate for that. And instead, I got other colors. So I'm going to share that in just a second. What I love about this is I have my split primary palette. So I have my cools and my warms, and I highly recommend making your own color wheel when you're doing something like this. You could really get familiar with the way the colors blend together. Looking at these two together, if I had to choose one of these primary palettes to bring with me, you bet your ass I'm going to bring the cool, because look at it. Vibrancy. This is a lot muddier, but these are also so important when you want to paint something natural like landscapes and florals. That being said, things don't have to be the exact color that they are anyway. So I decided I'm going to dedicate this sketchbook to wildlife. Why have I not started a wildlife sketchbook up until now? I didn't paint on the first 2 pages because look, this is what I cannot stand about the sketchbooks. That like the first couple of pages are like not even usable. So I don't know what I'm going to do on this yet. I'm going to do something. So I started this. So this is a sandhill crane. Tom and I have been traveling around. I say that, but we have. How far did we go that time? Like 3 hours. 3.5 hours following these daggone cranes. And the funny thing is, they're right outside. It's like around November, October, November, and about February, or sometimes late January. We can hear them outside. They are so loud. I love these daggone cranes. And we have an idea over the windows that are behind me. We have like a narrow, can't think of what the hell it's called, wall space above all of these windows. And I wanted to do like a triptych, or maybe even a longer, like a panoramic view of these birds. So I've been doing a lot of drawings of them in my nighttime bedtime sketchbook. And I really love the pose of this one. I don't think I nailed it. I think the perspective is slightly off. And the other thing I realized, I don't know how to like put things on a page without running out of room. Like I almost ran out of room for its feet. Instead of just putting it on the page so that I have breathing room. But it's fine. The other thing is I decided I got a stamp. It's over here somewhere. What I don't like about this daggone stamp, and why am I doing a stamp? Tom's like, is that like you're journaling about it? Yes. I got this idea from other people on YouTube also because I started writing it with a Sharpie. There's something really satisfying about like stamping it. Like it's done. And it's a date stamp, so you can just flip it. What the problem is, when I pushed it down, it didn't all show up. So then I tried to line it up perfectly and it was askew. So then it looked like I didn't know what I was doing. So then I had to paint over it. So thank goodness gouache is opaque. So I whited it out and I'm practicing. Friends, this is how much I'm practicing because I don't look. I'm bearing it all right here for you. So this stamp is going back because it's trash and I'm getting another one. So hopefully the next stamp will be better. So overall, I'm happy with this. It could have been better. It could have absolutely been better. So then here's the other thing. This is a sketch that I did in my bedtime sketchbook. And I have this carbon like transfer paper. And I was showing my grandson Kelso how we can take drawings that we've done and then put them in a sketchbook. Well, this transfer paper sucks because you can't erase it. And I used just a tiny little square of it and it left all of these marks, and every eraser I have, you cannot get it off. So that's going in the trash. I think it's too late to send that back. I would rather make my own transfer paper with actual pencil than this shit that whatever I bought. So I don't even want to color this rabbit now because of this. So I'm leaving it for now. And that's why I got these dates so I can keep track. So I just started a new one. I love this frog. So this is a coloring page of mine, but I removed some of the other stuff because I needed it to fit in this tiny little square sketchbook. I did use my transfer method that I'm talking about here to get it on the page. These are, I think these are pancake mushrooms. I can't remember the name of them because it's in that other book, but look at this stinking cute frog. I gotta say, I was talking to my friend Jana, hi Jana, yesterday, and she's like, I was wondering when you were gonna do wildlife with gouache because I've been doing all these nature scenes, but I am an animal artist. So I'm so excited about this. I want to get all kinds of wildlife in here. I do want to put a snail in here, and that might be what we do today. I know you guys love snails too, but I want to put cheetahs in here and tigers and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, in here. I am loving gouache. Word of warning. If this gets wet, it's getting ruined. Okay. You can soften at any point in time, which is what I've been doing. I've been taking a brush, just slightly damp, and you can blend. Unlike this brush, I didn't put it away properly. You can soften. Chef's kiss. Is it the same as oil? No. Plus, these are so tiny. I'm over there like this, trying to get tiny little details of this frog. But I really love it. I love frogs. And where we live, we have a lot of frogs, especially when we had a moat surrounding our house. Before this drainage, whatever was put in, there were frogs everywhere, like all on Tom's truck. They were on the back of my car. They were stuck to the side of our house. That part was awesome, but the moat wasn't. So I've got some mushrooms in here. I do want to get these done, but I want to look up some reference photos of whatever kind of mushrooms these are, because I think I want this to be a little bit more realistic. I did film this entire process of doing this frog, so stay tuned for that. Are these videos you're interested in? If you're like, Tara, I just want to see you color, and that's not coloring, even though, of course, it is, let me know, and I'm not going to waste my time. But if you want videos like this, give this video a thumbs up, share it with everybody that you know that loves stuff like this, and please, please, please let me know. So that's what I worked on this week in my little square etcher sketchbook. So that's all I've worked on this week. Now I want to get into kind of some stuff I've been wanting to share. First up, look at this glorious box. This thing is huge. I'm a little intimidated by this sketchbook because it's so nice. Was this Erica? Was this you? Was this Cassie? This was one of my beautiful friends that was telling me about these sketchbooks, and then it comes up on Facebook. And it was like, get yours before you miss your chance. So I ordered 2 of them. Are you ready? Oh my goodness, look at how they package this daggone sketchbook. Holy cow. I am in love with this color. This is thick. Tom was like, that thing is huge. 8x8, 600 GSM paper. I've never felt paper this thick. This book, this company, Lucetti, is known for their no gutters. So what do I mean by that? Let me show you, friends, what I just told you I hate about these books. Look, you see that? It won't lay flat for some of the pages. It just won't. The first page is completely flat. Look at this. My goodness, this paper is so thick. And this first page is paper. It isn't just, it's the same. Look at the thickness of this. I was over here like trying to open it. No, this is the actual page. There are no seams. What do I mean by that? Look. So when you're doing a double page spread, this is not a double page spread. You're going to have either stitching, glue, You can go completely across the page. You know I love double page spreads. Every single page lays flat. I am not sponsored by this company. If you guys are watching from Lucetti, I would love to be sponsored by you, but I'm not sponsored and I haven't tried the sketchbook, so it could suck. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. And I really am going to have to work hard in my mind to not be so precious with this. Look at how it opens. I am in love with this. I'm so glad I got two. I think the other one I got is a cold press. I'm a fan of hot press because I don't know why. I think because I'm not so much a watercolorist. Watercolorists typically prefer more tooth. I love a flatter surface so that I can come over the top with all kinds of different medium. This book is glorious. I don't know if I'm going to bring this outside or inside. I was thinking about having, and I didn't even realize, look at this flap. Look at this strap, rather. Look at how thick that is. This is very different from this. Can we just appreciate the difference? Look at this. I'm not trying to knock Paul Rubens. Paul Rubens is a great sketchbook, but this is the Mecca, my friends, and it's square. It's still small. 8x8 is not a large sketchbook. Because this book is so gorgeous, I think I want to use every single page. I don't want to waste anything. I thought about starting a series in this of very, very detailed paintings. What do you think about that? And filming them. So what I mean by that is, I know I'm doing it in the other book, but maybe this would be like scenes, double pages of, we're in the jungle with the tigers and things like that. Are you interested in this? Please let me know. So I want to put this back properly because I just want to appreciate this box just for a little while longer. So that is the Lucetti True Flat Sketchbook. Okay, my friends, I told you I was going to share what I've been doing. Will you first just appreciate this daggone portable painter classic? Okay, so the colors that I switched out are these four. I have got Phthalo Blue Green Shade, Prussian Blue, Paraline Black, and this is a watercolor. This is Quinacridone Magenta. All of the other colors are the same. If you missed that video, definitely go back and watch it. I love Quinacridone Magenta. Now, for my watercolor palette, which I'm going to show in just a second, I like to use Quinacridone Rose. So why did I throw this in here? You can get such beautiful shades of transparent lilac, things like that, when you mix Quinacridone Magenta with either Phthalo Blue, Prussian Blue, even ultramarine or cyan. If I'm going to use an even smaller palette, I'm going to use Phthalo Blue instead of cyan, I've decided, as my cool blue. I'm in love with this daggone thing. It's so lightweight. I love that this is all you need to set up. It has the trays for the water, but I've just been using my little jars so that I don't get those wet for some reason. So that is my new dried gouache palette for gouache with one watercolor. Next, I've got two portable painter micros. Tom has made these sketchbook approved, sketchboard approved for me so I can use them on there. So let's see, which one is this? Oh, this is, which one? Oh, this is the watercolor. Oh my goodness, look at how stinking cute this is. Stay tuned for the video on this. You can make any color with these. I'm just a fan of opaque, but if you are a watercolorist, this is all you need. Perfect little tiny little wells. In love with this daggone portable painter. Then this one is, that's right, this is my gouache setup. I am ordering even more of these expansion packs because I don't have the yellow, a warmer yellow shade that I want. I have gold ochre, which is great, but I think I want to also use a cadmium yellow deep or a yellow ochre or something. And instead of this turquoise green, I would much rather have like a phthalo blue. This has my 2 custom shades. I think I want to do away with my custom shade of green and add Paraline black because it's 1 pigment. Mine has 4, I think, which is great. But if you're wanting very transparent washes, you're better off with just 1 color. So those are my 2 portable painter micros. And I keep both of these in my Sketch and Go bag, and I decide on the fly which one I want to use, or I incorporate both. Friends, I'm trying to be a minimalist. It's just not me. The next thing I wanted to share is something I've been getting into lately, which is going to sound a little bit weird. I don't know how to just try one thing. I have like 4 more of these. So these are fountain pens. And let me show you. Let me show you on this. This is the medium nib. These are super cheap fountain pens. So this is the medium nib. What I love about a fountain pen is it's effortless to write. And I've been challenging myself when I'm out in the field to go straight with pen. And this is permanent, meaning it's waterproof. I do have some that are water soluble. That's really fun to use too. But challenging myself to go straight to pen and not to go to pencil so that I have to be like, just make a decision. Like, it's so fun. I actually don't find it to be high pressure. This is blue. And I have so many inks now that I've been buying, and I'm really loving it. And even just wanting to do quick little pen and ink sketches as well. So I really love that. I have a bunch of other stuff to share also, but I need to do just a separate haul because there's too many things. So let's get my sketchbook and let's get to painting. I've got some tracing paper. And I'm going to just tear off a piece of this. And I think I want to do this snail, not the top part, just this in my book, just to work it out and see if I love this position or not. So what I'm going to do, I find it more helpful to not have this paper be too big because it can move around more. So then I'm going to grab my monograph Tombow mechanical pencil. Now, I could totally just redraw this, but I already drew it once. So I want to get straight to painting. And here, I'm not looking necessarily to do every single detail. Like maybe, but probably not. So much as for the placement of things, if that makes sense. So I told you guys I wanted to share what's been going on. So I've had I don't want this to be a boohoo session, but I've had a really hard week. So that doesn't even sound right for me to say. I had a great week. I'm very blessed in so many ways. It was kind of a tiring week with my work. I do love all of my jobs and what I do, but it was a lot. I was sad I didn't get to do the live stream because I love hanging out with you guys. And Tom was like, "Man, I'm really sorry. I know how much you love your live streams," because I do. So on Friday morning, my oldest son, the father of the baby, my little grandson, called because they were my son wasn't in the car, but my grandson was in a car accident and the car was totaled. I had just gotten out of the shower and I was on my way south to talk about palliative care, to admit somebody to palliative care. And, I didn't go to work that day. He's okay, but he's really banged up. I don't think I've been that terrified ever. So I have not been in the right frame of mind because of that. When we love littles, oh, see, that's going to be perfect in here. There's nothing more terrifying than seeing somebody all smashed up. So he had glass on his face. His nose was, I thought it was broken at first. I don't think I've ever been that out of sorts. Okay, I'm going to take another piece of tracing paper. What did I do? Oh, here they are. So I just have these Faber-Castell pencils, and I'm going to get the softest pencil I have, which is an 8B. And I know I only need it to be this big, so I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut this. Okay. So yeah, I've not been in the right frame of mind. So after he got discharged from the hospital, Tom and I took him home with us for the day. And I cried so much of the day. It was a very, very hard ride. I'm just using the side of my pencil. A very, very hard ride to the hospital. And I had just gotten out of the shower. I didn't even eat. I just jumped in my car, threw clothes on it, and jumped in the car. I called my boss, frantic. I have a wonderful boss. And they rescheduled, and I hated doing that. But so we kept him for the day. I had nightmares about it. So then I'm filming this Sunday morning, so I'm late doing it. So I'm hoping I can get this video edited by 2 o'clock so we can have a premiere. If not, I'm sorry. Except I'm not, because I can't help it. See how I'm going side to side? I'm going both ways. If I can pick this up. Because I'm trying to get enough graphite on this so that it will transfer. And you can reuse this. You don't have to throw it away. And if I can find tracing transfer paper that doesn't ruin a page, you could buy some, but this is pretty easy. You know, I'm just getting a lot down. I thought about I could probably do it with charcoal, but charcoal is so messy. So just making sure that you get enough down. Okay. So the charcoal is on that side. So I'm going to get my sketchbook. I'm going to lay this down. I should tape it. Like, that's the smart thing to do, but I'm not going to. I just don't feel like messing with that right now. And then okay. So I can see the outline on this, and all you need to do now, I'm going to retrace it. Not that I'm needing to use the marks. What I mean by that is you can totally use just a blunt object. It doesn't have to be one that leaves a mark, because the marks that we're getting are from the pencil that's underneath. I hope this is coming across on camera. It's actually a little hard to see because the graphite is so dark. It's fine. I'm definitely out of sorts today, friends. So I picked up the baby and Kelso yesterday, and I had them for almost all of the day. It was a really nice day, but I'm still like out of sorts just seeing him all like busted up. It's just hard. You know, you see somebody you love and so tiny. It's just terrifying. I'm so glad like everybody was okay. The person in the other car was okay. And these things can happen. It's just a reminder of how precious life is, how short life can be. And I'm not trying to be super depressing here, but I'm going to start crying if I keep talking about it. I can't imagine. I'm not even going to finish that sentence, okay? So that's what I've been up to. Let's peek. Oh, it's looking good. So I see I didn't get this. I just pressed a little bit harder. Okay, that looks good. So now we've got our transfer.
You see what the lady magnets
Which magnets are those? So my grandson has figured out how to say, uh-oh, and he says it like all day, uh-oh, and it's the cutest little thing. So I have a kneaded eraser. And what I'm going to do here is just pick up some of that because we don't need all of it. All right. I say that, but okay. I'm going to move my stuff to this side so I don't disrupt the frog. So I highly recommend having some type of like a towel. I've got two brushes. I have a size 8 round and a size 4 round. These are Emma LaFave's that I got from Craftimo. I love these brushes. I've tried so many others and I just like these the most. These and also Sarah Burns. I have a separate cloth also. I'm going to take a piece of this tracing paper and I'm going to cut it. And I am going to cover this just in case. So let me grab some tape. Okay, that's going to just make me happy seeing that there. Oh, I'm already so much more relieved that we are hanging out together. I have my book on this. It's actually a tablet stand because I don't like to paint flat. I think I want to just work on the snail right now. And the snail, I'm going to make it mostly like beige. So I think I want to do almost like a pink underpainting. So I'm going to use my larger size round and I'm going to pick up some of that quinacridone magenta, blot it on the paper towel so it's not too wet. I'm a huge fan of putting in more of like a colorful underpainting just to give it a little bit more life. And it doesn't have to be a perfectly like spread out everywhere. I sure hope I'm making sense. I think with the shell, I think I want to use, this is Pyrrole Red. This is gouache. I think I want to use this and mix that with a little bit of my cadmium lemon to get more of a gold color going on. So I'm painting wet on dry. And if it bleeds together, that's fine because this is just the underpainting. Yeah, I have been so out of sorts. Just not myself because of all of this. I'm going to grab some of this Plein black. Let me show you why I love this color so much. I'm purposefully letting it do its bleeding thing here. Now, snails kind of have like, without me painting every single one and using almost like a ruler to do this so it's perfect, I like making just random marks with this darker color, knowing that the further away they get, they're going to be smaller, and the further back they get, they'll also be lighter. So to make it lighter, I'm going to add more water, but just not have it, I'm not going to let so much water be on my brush because then it's going to be too wet. And while I have this same color, I want to start giving the impression of those lines. Maybe add a little bit more water just to make that a little bit darker. I think I want to put a glaze back here as well, maybe right here. I am going to get my heat tool, I think. If you haven't gotten a heat tool yet, I highly recommend it if you're doing water mediums because it doesn't blow the color, meaning it doesn't blow the water around. Look at how much lighter it dries. I'm still using that same big brush. I really like this titanium gold ochre color. So I'm going to see what this looks like when I start dabbing this on. Oh, I love it. So I want to get that texture. This is kind of what I did with that frog on the opposite page, is just keep building upon each layer. I sure hope that's making sense. This might be a nice color. I love how fine of a line I can get with this brush, even though it's not a tiny brush. I have tried so many brushes from Amazon, and I do like some of the travel brushes. A lot of the brushes I've seen other people recommend, I just don't like them. Like the bristles are just too flexible, and I like more of a snap. I want to add to this color, I'm going to add a little bit of the cadmium yellow, cadmium free lemon. I'm trying to keep my hand loose. Oops, it's okay. Let's go ahead and add, I'm going to add a drop of that Plein green. And this is how I usually do it, is I just wet my stuff like this, meaning I'm going in here and I'm messing it up, but I don't mind that. I'm gonna tap some. Yeah. Another thing I love about using gouache is I don't have to worry about my brush drying. Like I'm not going to ruin it. Oh, I was on this side. I'm like Mr. Rogers over here, but with my glasses, with switching glasses. So Tom just said we're going to be taking a ride to his coworker's house who's going to make a template on his machine for Tom for what he's doing to make these sketchboards, just to make it go a little bit quicker, because it's super hands-on and very tedious. And Tom's very busy, and he's got to get like cracking on my house over here too. So yeah, let's put some of these in. Clean my brush. So yeah, I've had a hell of a week. This looks like it is mixed with a little bit of that Perylene black. Oh, that's perfect. Snails have like translucent look to them. They're so gorgeous. I look at a lot of photos of them constantly for me drawing them, because I definitely care about proportions within reason. You know, we can loosely interpret things too. Remember that gouache is going to dry totally different, meaning darks dry lighter and lights dry darker. To the same dirty color, I'm going to pick up some of that yellow ochre. Let's see what this looks like. I'm a very big fan of stippling. It needs more white. This looks like this is going to be a really good color. Oh yeah. A little bit on this shell. I like to do an underpainting that's wetter and then come over the top with more like dry brushing. I want to get some darks in. So I'm going to go into the Perylene black. That's too much. Put some of that down. And I want to grab some of this burnt umber. It's going to look so much darker than it is when it's dry. So don't be afraid of darks. I want to add this burnt umber color and maybe even just plain burnt umber. Let's see. Yeah. It's funny, I bought this sketchbook and I didn't realize it's not as heavy as the other one, but it does really well. You know, it does well. I want to add a little bit of the Pyrroline. That's too much. So I'm going to add a little bit more yellow ochre. Maybe a little bit of this titanium gold ochre. Let's see what that looks like. Let's add a hint of cadmium-free lemon. So we're going to go to Terre Haute today. I got to get cracking. I got to get this done, edited, and we're going to leave and be back hopefully so I can do this premiere as long as everything goes according to plan. Oh, I'm loving how that's coming out. We have to remember that they're going to go through like an ugly stage, and it's part of the process. I'm going to get some Payne's gray now. Kind of put it where that Paraline black is. Did you talk to him?
He's taking working on
Use that heat tool again. Oh, perfect. Okay. Still using that same brush. And we want more colors happening. I think I'm going to go into this purpley shade that I made. Let's try it. I want to add, it's too much, see, it's too much water. So let's just go straight in. Let's see what happens.
I think I got 0.9 moles that they go eat. The moles going to get back in my hand.
Remember that it doesn't cure, so your wet brush will activate what's underneath it. Let's go into that titanium white. And I'm going to add a little bit of Prussian blue to it. Oops, dropped my brush. That's how lightly I'm holding it. Yeah, that's the color.
No, I mean, what I'm trying to do, the issue is, I need a template that looks over something. Creates what I'm and before it says. Yeah, yeah,
I'm so grateful that the baby is okay. I'm doing some little dots. Huge fan of stippling. My brush is like almost dry, meaning there's not really hardly any water on it, just pigment.
Okay. I'll give you a heads up when we're ready to head that way. All right, thanks, man. See.
Awesome. So he can do it.
Done.
He can do it.
We're good.
Awesome. What do you think of my snail?
Oh wow.
Like it?
Yeah.
You like my little
I like
frog?
the texture you're using on both of those.
You like the frog?
Yeah, I like that.
I'm doing a lot of stippling.
That's cool. Looking for a fucking little
So Tom did get a hold of him, so we got to be going. So I'm going to have to speed this up. It's awesome, though, that that's going to happen because it's just going to have Tom be faster. I know you guys are wanting this, so he's trying to get it out as fast as possible. But he's definitely not going to sacrifice quality.
You recording?
You could talk to me.
Just for your Sunday vibes.
Yeah.
Shut it down to the wire.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to finish this because it's not gonna air today if it's not gonna air today if I keep messing with this. It's already almost dry. I love gouache, but then there's no fear that it's going to, this is just straight titanium white, that it's going to, like, you're stuck when it dries, like you can't blend it anymore, like with acrylic. I'm gonna go into that gold ochre concoction. I'm pressing so lightly that I'm not even hitting it every time. That's too thick, but it's okay, because what I'm gonna do is wash and dry my brush, just have it so it's slightly damp. That's too wet. you'll learn this the more you do it. Like, water control is so important. You're only going to get that from doing it. I love gouache so much. Like, I'm able to do what I just did there to blend at the end. Like, when I am going to put a background in. I mean, not today. I'm out of time, friends. Um, but I am going to put a background in, and I usually like to work like background to foreground, but I'm really enjoying doing it this way. And I think one of the reasons why I prefer that like this with gouache is because you can reactivate it so easily. I don't think I would want to have the whole background and my hand is touching it. Like, I might have to come back in and put a few finishing touches on the snail or blend it into like the mushrooms at the end, but I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna go back in with this Praline green and just kind of just trying to make it look like the pattern that's on it without me having to do every single line. Now with just a damp brush, I'm gonna just kind of, that's too wet. Just tap it. You guys know how much I love tapping. What this is gonna do is very gently blur the lines to help it to just look softer. I like to do this and then come back in and put more of the details. Kind of like blur it out and then soften it. I mean, blur it out, then sharpen it, blur it out, and then sharpen it. And you just keep doing that over and over again. And it just suddenly it looks so 3D. What would take me months to do in oil paint because I got to let each layer dry and it has to actually dry, right? It's happening so much faster with me doing it this way. With the gouache. Add a little bit of the lemon yellow, okay, because I want this to be slightly brighter right here. Oh, I like that shade. And I kind of want to scumble a little bit on. And I'm going to blend it just to kind of help it to have some warmth. Damp brush. Make sure it's not too wet. Going into this dark mixture again. Damp brush. Tap. I think I want to add a little bit of this burnt umber, just a little bit to the Praline black, just to give it a slightly little bit of warmth. Let's go ahead and dry it. The same brush. I haven't even rinsed the brush. Now I'm going to go in with the yellow ochre and the gold ochre. And I'm going to add some of the titanium white to it. And that is titanium gold ochre, but I'm still adding. Stipple it in. Little dots. Adding a little bit more of the titanium white. The paint is very thick at this point. Just to make this side here, I want this side to be a little bit lighter. I want to add just a drop. Let's do, that's way too green. With the titanium white, I'm going to add, let's grab just a drop of the Prussian blue. That might be too much, but let's try it. I think I might like it, even though it's very blue. Damp brush. Look at how I kind of flatten the bristles out too. I want to add, this is straight white. It's probably going to be too bright, but let's try it. Just a little bit. Damp brush. I wanted this spot here to be just a little bit softer. And with that, we're going to call it a day with this illustration. Do you love it? I'm so excited that we're starting this book and we're doing it together. If you made it to this point in the video, will you put a snail emoji so I know you are still here? Flipping love, you guys, and I'll see you soon for the next one. Bye, friends.